the 76ers are a team that the NBA is looking at as a marquee team. And look, you can always look at Joel Embiid as a guy that is going to be a MVP candidate, really, for the next couple of years, I feel, in the NBA. And they're going to be looking at him as a marquee talent always. But James Harden is obviously already there, already having won an MVP, being one of the biggest names in the sport. Tyrese Maxey, obviously on the up-and-coming star list, I certainly think, in the NBA, and I've been saying that for a while. And then you look at guys like Tobias Harris, who he's at the very least, a name, despite inconsistencies we're aware of here as Sixers fans. But you can look at this PJ Tucker, a champion, a guy that everybody knows at this point in the NBA. And then you have a pretty solid bench backing you up now. Those are all things that make a championship caliber team. Stars and a bench to back up those stars. When I see 23 nationalized televised games, I think about it like I do when I look at the Eagles getting primetime games. Because I always tell you about that. From my experience working behind the scenes and working with people that are heavily influencing that schedule, you want teams on there that, yes, have names, have that superstar marquee draw, of course, for ratings. But on top of it, it also shows you that these networks are trusting the Sixers in terms of going out there and being one of the best teams in the NBA. Like, if anyone's out there thinking that James Harden is not going to be able to put his best foot forward, who were we talking to recently? Our boy Daryl Reynolds, D-Ray, my man, shout him out, Villanova star. Was talking about James Harden, like, not being that guy. The NBA, the television networks, think James Harden, maybe not MVP James Harden, I'm not going there, but I'm just saying can be that guy as one of these still big cornerstones of a championship caliber team. And that's what the NBA is telling you, and the television networks are telling you when they put 23 of the 76ers games on the national stage, which I saw our friends over there at PHL Sports Nation counted it up. It's tied for fourth most nationally televised games of anybody in the NBA. That's telling you that the NBA and the TV networks are trusting Joel Embiid, dare I say trusting the process, trusting James Harden, trusting Daryl Morey if this team doesn't look like they're really good out of the gate to keep them competitive no matter what, trusting James Harden, trusting Tyrese Maxey, trusting Tobias Harris, trusting PJ Tucker. It shows you that there is trust in this team being pretty damn good. That's what it shows you. And I look at this schedule, and I see a team that I think will win the Eastern Conference. I know everyone's talking about the Boston Celtics. I don't think the Boston Celtics are getting Kevin Durant. I don't think the Sixers are getting Kevin Durant. I think the Nets are going to trade him as far away from the Eastern Conference as they possibly can. If I had to make a prediction, I think he ends up with the Suns at this point. Because if you're the Nets, there's no way you want him in your division. And I don't know how much pull Kevin Durant is going to have in this situation, even in a league that, the stars dictate everything. Well, if the stars really did dictate everything, then I think we wouldn't have ever seen James Harden in a Brooklyn Nets jersey. Because even by James Harden's own admission, during his introductory press conference as a member of the Sixers, he just came out and said, Brooklyn was my second choice. Philly was number one. I always wanted to be here in Philly. The best deal that could work out to make both sides happy, Houston and James Harden, was the Brooklyn Nets deal. I don't think that the Nets are going to trade him in conference, and I certainly don't think they're going to trade him in division. Maybe after the Suns, you would have the Heat as the next opportunity or the next happy medium between the both parties there, but even that would be a difficult deal to pull off. So for me, I don't think that Kevin Durant goes to the Boston Celtics. I think the Sixers are a better team right now. When they walked off the court last year to this year, but with the Celtics, how they walked off the court last year, I think the Sixers are a better team than that. And looking at this schedule only lifts my confidence and boosts my confidence in the Sixers being the best team in the Eastern Conference. So give me the Milwaukee Bucks. Don't even give me the Brooklyn Nets. Kevin Durant's not going to be playing there either, and Kyrie Irving and Ben Simmons and Seth Curry, all the respect in the world of Seth Curry, the Brooklyn Nets are not beating the 76ers. I think this is the 76ers' year to make it to the NBA Finals. I think they win the conference, and they go to the finals. They take a huge leap from a team constantly bounced out of the second round of the playoffs, and they make it to the NBA Finals. That's my expectation for the 76ers this year. That's the bar. They should be able to accomplish that goal as the season goes on, and they make it into the playoffs. They finally put that second round jinx, that second round hex out of the way. and they make it in there. And the NBA and the TV networks are telling you, yeah, this is going to be a pretty damn good team this year.